Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to do a video on the Pixi by Petra Ultimate Beauty Kit 4th edition. This is what it is and this is what it looks like. I have used this before. So just to show you the insides first. This is what it looks like. You have your blush, bronzers and shimmers. And then there's eyeshadow on this side and eyeshadow on this side. There's 48 eyeshadows in the palette. And then you have 2 bronzers, 2 blushers and 2 highlighters. I have used some of the purples and blues before. And when I used those, I found they weren't very blendable and they weren't easy to use. I haven't used the highlighters or the bronzers or the blush before, so I'm going to use them today, and I'm going to try using the warm tones today to see if they work any better than the blues and the purples. I think I bought this for €35. So I'm going to start with eyes first. So I've already done my foundation and my concealer, so I'm just going to go in using, as I said, the warm side. I'm going to just start with a light brown. I think I might start with this light brown here, and then I'll just work it up to a darker colour. So I'm going to start off with a fluffy brush. I'm going to start off with my fluffy spectrum brush. So I'm just going to dip into that brown. It's very light and it's not, you can't really see it, it's so light. You really have to build it up to the pigment that you want. So again, like I always say, if you want a quick eyeshadow palette where you can just put on so it's a good pigment and you don't have to build it up, this is not the palette for you. So I'm going to try a different shade now. I'm going to take a smaller brush and another fluffy brush. I'm going to take a darker brown this time. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this dark shade here, down here. There we go. And I'm just going to start building up with that. Okay, so that eyeshadow built up a lot better. There we go. So again, I'm just putting it into the crease. And I'll try blending it out again with the first shade that I used. And just going to blend this back and forth. This shade is a lot more pigmented than the first shade that I used. Okay, they're not looking too bad. Okay, so now I'm just going to pick another dark colour and put that in the outer crease, or not the outer crease, but out here at the edge to darken it up. I'll try using this dark brown here just to go into the crease. Okay, this dark brown that I'm putting on doesn't seem to be going on at all. It's showing up a little bit now. But I've had to pack it on. I didn't tap off the brush. It's not, considering it's a really dark colour in the, so this is the one I'm using, and considering it's a really dark colour, it's coming out a bit more like red, and that was not what I wanted. It looks a completely different colour in the, it's more like a red brown than a chocolatey brown, which is what it looks like in the palette. And it's taken time to build up the colour. Okay, so there we go. They're both at the same stage now. Just going to blend that into the other colour to make everything blend together. So you can see where we started with the second colour on top to the outer colour. So now I'm just going to go back in with the first colour that I used to blend everything out. Okay, there you go. So I'm just blending everything together with the first colour that I used. Okay. I think I might want to try a darker colour to see if I can deepen that up a bit. So I think I might go into this colour now to see if that will darken it up a bit. Go this one here. Okay. So I'm just going to tap it off. Yeah, again, I don't think this colour is showing up again very well. It's coming slowly, but again, I'm having to build it up. There we go, it's darkened it up a bit. But again, it's taken a long time to build up, and you know, the pigment isn't really there. There is a lot of fallout with this shade. Fallout in the pan or the palette. So we're getting there. It's just taking a while to build it up. So like I said, if you want a 5-minute palette, or a palette that you can get your makeup done in 5 minutes, yeah, this isn't the palette for that. It takes a while to build it up. So now I'm going to do a glitter. I think I might go in with a copper shade. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use this shade down here called Copper Peach. There we go. This one here. It's a glitter shade, so I'm going to put that in here, in the middle, and we go from there. Again, I'm going to see how this goes on its own, and if I don't like it, I'll add some Fix Plus to make it sparkle a bit more. Okay, we're going for some more. I don't see anything showing up. No, I don't see anything showing up. And I do have a lot on the brush. There we go. And then when I'm wiping it, tapping it on, I don't see anything going on. It's just falling down here. It's not staying on. I'm going to take a makeup brush and I'll try and sweep that off. There we go. That's off. So now I'm going to take this again and use some Fix Plus to see if it will actually stay on this time. Okay, Fix Plus is on. There we go. Now yes, that's what we're looking for. That's really nice and pigmented now. Without Fix Plus, it just doesn't go on and it just flakes everywhere. Okay. I will say that it looks really nice. It's a really nice colour with the Fix Plus. I'm just going to do a little bit more. It is a really nice copper shade now. I will say that it is a nice shade. The only thing is, without Fix Plus, it doesn't work, and you know, it flakes everywhere, which isn't what you want. And if you haven't got time to take the time to spray it with Fix Plus just to get it to the pigment that you want, then this isn't the palette that you need. So that's a really nice colour now. It's really nice. I will give it that. I mean, I do like it. It's just that without Fix Plus, there wasn't anything there. Okay. So now that I have that done, I think I might try to I also wanted to show you this. It's the Pixi Liquid Fairy Lights. It's in the it's in the shade Crystalline. So it's like a silver crystal or white, whichever you call it. Just what it looks like. I bought this a while ago off ASOS. It was €20, and when I tried it, so you just push it on like that, and there you go. That looks really nice glow now. The only thing is, it doesn't set, and as soon as you touch, or rub it, it comes off straight away. So it has a really nice glitter to it. And it is a really nice shade, and it looks even nicer on top of that now. That was really nice inner corner highlight, and it's really added to it. But as I said, it comes off so easily. I'm just going to try and clean this because I got the eyeshadow all over it. I don't want to put it back into the jar or whatever you call it. I don't want to put it back into that with the eyeshadow on it. So I got most of the eyeshadow off. It actually feels quite sticky, and you can actually kind of feel it on your eye. But it's a really nice highlight. I will give it that, and it's really nice. It's so glittery and pretty. But I don't know. I mean, it feels tacky, and you kind of feel it on your lid as well. So I went a bit overboard on this side, but it's really nice glitter. I will say that about it. It's really nice glitter, but you can feel it. It feels very tacky. And like I said, if you touch it, it wipes off straight away. I don't know if I'd recommend this for 30 or 20 euro. Sorry. Like, it's a dupe for Stila, definitely, but I don't think it works as well as Stila does. If I was stuck, and if you were going to a festival and were stuck for glitter, I'd say use that, but it's not a great product. I will clean this up now. All I want to do next is this is really hard to come off as well. Okay, so there we go, and that's perfect, and it's a really nice inner corner highlight. So the next thing is I wanted to use the bronzers, the blush, and the highlight. I have never used these before, so this will be a first impressions. So going to take my brush. So there's highlight and blush mixed together, so I'm just going to take a blush, and I'm going to take this pink one over here. So I'm trying to bend the brush just so I'm only hitting the pink side, so I'm not hitting the highlight. I don't want to hit the highlight because I don't like having really glittery blush, because otherwise it will show off a lot of the texture on my face, which, if you have texture, is not something that you want to do. I mean, if you want your makeup to look flawless, you don't want to look like you have texture on your face. It has added a nice like sheen to my cheeks. I don't think it adds too much texture, but there isn't much pigment there for as a blush, and there's so much fallout. There's so much fallout. I'm going to go into the bronzer now. I think I'll go into this shade because it's lightest. Okay, okay, so the bronzer is coming up there now. It took 2 times to do it. It's not very pigmented. So this is my 3rd time going in. It's starting to show up now after 3 times. There is a lot of fallout from blending it in. There you go. It's a lot of fallout. Okay. So again, it's starting to build up nicely, and that was the 2nd time putting the powder on. This is the 3rd layer. Yeah, that's built up nicely now, but it's taken 3 times to go in and swirl it around in the palette and then building it up again. Okay, so now that's the 1st time I've done that side. I'm going to go in and do this side again. Again, a lot of fallout in the palette. So I've done this side and I'm going to do this side. Again, it's building up nicely. It's taken a while to build up. So that's the 3rd time. I'm going to do it again. And that's the 3rd time as well. And it's built up nicely now to where I want it to be, but again, that took some time to build it up. I'm going to go in with my highlight brush now. Here we go. So I'm going to go into the white shade up here, and this is called Light Glow, and we put it here. Okay, that highlighter is actually really nice. Yeah, that's quite a nice highlighter. There we go. That's really nice. Try it on this side. That's quite a nice highlighter. Put some up here. Yeah, that's a really nice highlight. I'll give it that. So that's it. I'm just going to blend out a bit more the eyeshadow at the edge. I'm just going to go back in with the first shade that I used here and just blend it out a bit. I'm just going to drag it down to underneath my eye. Okay, that's better. It's a bit messy, so I'm just going to tidy it up. So I'm just doing the outer edge, and that's it. And I'm just going to do underneath the eye again, just to tidy it up a bit because it's a bit messy. Okay. So my overall review of this palette is it's not great. It takes time to build up the colour that you want. The blush, it isn't really a blush, it's more like a sheen to your cheeks. The highlight was really nice, and the bronzer, it took time. Again, if you want like a 5-minute palette to get ready, this is not it. It takes time. The pigment, it's okay. It's lacking. It really is lacking. It's not worth the money. And the liquid fairy lights, It's okay. Again, it's not really worth the money. It's €20. It's not really worth it. If you were going to a festival and if you were stuck for something and you needed to buy it, it'll do. It doesn't really stay in place. If I rub it, it comes off. Straight away it comes off. Yeah, it's all over the place. It's not great. You need to use like a glue or a primer to stick it down. So that's the end of that. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and don't forget to like and share and leave a comment if you like. Thanks guys.